of Kaze, looking to do some damage.
Just to remind you guys what happened as well. I mean, obviously this is a while ago, but we did have a knife actually happen in the pistol round. It was a 2-on-1. I think it was Jam Young trying to go for the defuse, and I want to say somebody was the one who knifed him up. I think you see Dan King, like you said before, on the AWP. So we kind of wondered, will we see the op being picked up right off the bat, or are we going to see them try to save the money later on? You can already see Dan King gets the first kill of the round. Joking's going to respawn. It looks like they want to hit towards the safe side. Joking, he's down to 5 health. Nate almost finished him off, but slowly will be there to finally put the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, but even despite that, Dan King slowly, both quite low. This could flip on its head pretty quickly. There's still a frag grenade and 2 mollies in play for the CT side, with the bomb still to be planted. There goes slowly to the fight down on the bottom of Connector. Now an even retake, the AWP up in Palace. He's going to be very careful in case a molly comes his way, or even worse than nade. As Vici gear up to take this one, it's going to be Alman coming in through the Connector. He has a molly in play. Let's see if he deploys it. It's being flanked out.
Yeah, he's making a smart play, coming in from middle now. So if they do lose their players, he should be able to stop this from going down, or at least from being defused. He's just trying to stay alive for the bomb not being defused at the moment. Somebody gets a quick double, and now through the smoke, Jam Young is just a repeat of the pistol round, but somebody again. 3 kills for him. He's tired of using the Galil. He's going to upgrade to the AK, and Tyloo will take a 4th round.
Very solid one from somebody as well. With that under his belt and the 4-0 that's developing for Tyloo, you're expecting a 5th. They're off to a flying start. We mentioned, so just to remind you of the predictions we went down with earlier on. It was... I
don't even remember, so I'm glad you're doing this.
Oh, God, yeah, I hold grudges, so don't worry. The... Bly went in with Vici possibly winning at 2-1. He took the gamble. I respect it. I like people that aren't afraid of making mistakes at times. Because that's what I'd call it. For Tyloo, they've been looking damn good, but I'm happy to be proven wrong if Vici have got something up their sleeves. I mean, at the moment, they've lost the pistol, they've lost the buy round. That's nothing. You know, it is a nice start for Tyloo, but there's plenty of time for Vici to warm back up into it. Not in this round, which is pistols. Well, I mean,
yeah, I was going to say, wait a minute.
We're in. Yeah, probably not best to discredit the pistols.
Especially with all the players here, too, on the A site.
Stacked up. They're smoked off at least. But Tyloo, they're taking their time pushing in. This could definitely get very awkward very quickly. They've killed Jam Young on the stairs. Do they expect another player here? And one in... Well, CT... No one in CT anymore. Doesn't matter. They could have trouble crossing over, because as soon as they're spotted by Kaze, Alman can swing, and that's 2 deagles staring right at you. Here we go, and there we go.
What?
Quick conclusion. I'd like to see that from his perspective.
Yeah, that must have been a sick flick.
I thought it was 2 different people. I looked at the kill feed, realized it wasn't.
Oh, 5-0. Looks like we're having another pause come through. Looks like it is of the technical variety, since there's no timer at the top. But yeah, I do like the way they played it, to be fair. Okay, that was pretty nice. Obviously taking their time, even with the smokes down, they didn't rush it. They realized they're against the pistols. We saw Vici peek into Tyloo, and Tyloo just cleaned them up. So a pretty good start here. 5-0. You got somebody on 6 kills, slowly on 6 kills. Summer and Attacker on 5 apiece, and Dan King 2. But he has the op. So does Kaze. And we might see the head-to-head battle that we talked about before the match even began.
Yeah, you know, Dan King's really been struggling, as we were saying in the pre-show, but... Oh, well, King's going to be struggling in this round. He's just got knifed by his teammate. Kaze, on the other hand, yeah, he's been performing very well, but they played up against, Mazalai and Bren, I think. So those are 2 very easy games. Well, on paper. Certainly in terms of the opping duels, Kaze had a much better time than you would imagine he will versus Dan King. I don't know, though. There's, I'll be interested to see how that evolves. Playing Vertigo next, I think the op is unlikely to have as much of a presence, so it's time to do it here on Naragi. Oh, nice little peek. The immediate headshot and fallback from Alman. He doesn't get punished for it. But Zoking, he was so low after that knife from Alman earlier on that he falls all too quickly.
I think Attacker's a little confused, like, wait a minute. Why is there 2 blue people in my kill feed? It's Kaze still with the op, going to be anchoring back towards the CT position on the site. Flashbang through as well, so he looks to get aggressive here as Advent Except the kill on the summer, and just like that, it's going to be the 4-on-3 in favor of Vici. Jamyang looking to maybe get aggressive towards the apartments, and he does, and he gets the better of somebody. I think he was dinked up earlier on, however. And Slowly's going to be hurt jumping into this window. This should be a Vici round, I would assume.
You'd guess so. Dan King will now have to have an insane performance if he wants to pull it all the way back. He is, of course, by himself. With a P250 out, 10 seconds remaining. He's going to look to save over. I don't know how successful that'll be, though. Looks like he's going to be able to save it over at least, so that's something to look forward to. Ability to have the AWP in this round. Tyloo get that more or less for free. The loss bonus was only 1,400 at the time, so obviously it made sense to carry that forward, even if he lost armor and the pistol with a flashbang. It would have been better to save that.
Well, looks like we won't have the battle yet again here between our two oppers. I mean, they have the potential. Dan King is over towards mid, but he's just watching for any aggressive. Take away this control. I mean, they're still holding it for so long. I didn't expect Joe King to still be here. And Slowly, is he going to expect it? I would imagine not.
No, he doesn't. Zoking gets the reward for his patience. Kaze as well. Clocking up a kill. And now a 5 versus 3 emerges. Tyloo really going to struggle to connect this one. Somebody does the work to at least grab an opening over on B. That duel is still going down as the rest of Tyloo look to take the A site. Problem is they were spotted out, so they've got to take these duels. And Kaze and Advent together completely clear the site. Somebody's got to do it all. That's the second kill of the round that we just saw. Looks back to B to get his vengeance from earlier on. And whilst he can't land it there, he goes to connector to try and finish it, only to find that Advent was waiting. 5-2 we go. And Vici, I mean, they haven't been doing terribly.
Yep. They couldn't rescue the off either. That Kaze lost in towards jungle. They're forced to buy that back up. And I mean, look at the economy out of them. It's really not that stable. Almond on 3k, Kaze about 3k. If Tyloo can win this round, they could go up to 7. As Vici is most likely going to have to save or drop pistols for a couple players. Kaze going to be going for the peak yet again. I like this little change up. I mean, Vici last round get aggressive towards middle. This round a little bit more passive. And Tyloo looked to gain that control with attacker and Slowly here. Even leaving Summer back towards T-spawn to watch for any aggression from the A site. To me, this almost looks like it's going to be an A site hit. Utility's wearing a little bit thin, though, for the T side. And a push like this for Slowly. That's such a scary thing to do with no smoke inside of the window. Luckily for them, Kaze is going to be over at the B side. They actually were leaning towards that direction. Now they're going to rotate players back towards A with a minute left to go for Tyloo. You have to pick up the pace here soon.
Their utility is incredibly low as they go for this push. They can't even afford a smoke out. It's just going to be the straight-up fights that they look for as they come out towards the site. The flash is over. Alman manages to connect it afterwards, even the second fight, but then is shut down from behind. Slowly creeping forward, Kaze's got the angle. The bomb dropped right in front of him. A chance to shut them down as they retrieve it, and that's exactly what he capitalizes on. With Dan King falling, and he's thinking of going through the hole. That's a risky play, and one that he pays for with his life.
Oh, smart play. They're going to go B. So he's already there to help cover off the CT spawn rotation from Jamyang. He's going to spot them, but Slowly takes his head clean off. Slowly has won this round for his team. Those 3 kills, massive kills, and now puts it all on Joe King in the 1-on-2.
It's all off him just as quickly, Jason, isn't it?
I'm honestly surprised Tyloo came back in that round.
6-2 on the board. They did so well, honestly. Like the little flank coming up through the ladder room. That was Summer, I think, that came behind. Like somebody's down, and then eventually, slowly, it was Summer that found it running out on the ramp. Every single 1v1 won. And I have to say, Kaze, to me, made a little bit of a mistake by going through that hole late on. They also, the main thing really is that Slowly found the kill, and they hadn't dealt with him yet. So he still had to be in there somewhere, either window or middle. And that's a big gamble to take, and as you could see, it was one that didn't pay off.
Well, those are the worst type of gambles, the ones that don't pay out. Oh. Okay, a little bit of a deeper smoke to make sure somebody could cross over towards short. There will be two players here. It's going to be Alman on the AWP, Jamyoung on... everything they have. No one has a penny left to their name. Could mean Tyloo can go up to 8 if they can win this, which would already be a phenomenal start here on Mirage, especially T side.
Yeah, Mirage is one of the maps that I feel like if you start on the T side, there's not necessarily as much pressure as there will be on some of the others. You can have 9-6 halves in either team's favor that come back. I think that was the nade he was quite aiming for there for Kaze. He's missing the shot in towards Connector now. Left alone on the site as Zoking falls. You could see him swinging out on Sandwich and didn't last all too long from that position. Alman on short causes a bit of a distraction, slows down that Connector play, buys them some time. Again, getting away with murder in these rounds.
Jamyoung was just going to have the discipline to not shoot the first one on King. Just wait, get behind him, spot the other player. Maybe he was scared the other player was going to peek out and he was going to die from that. I thought that was his round to win, honestly. I mean, you could assume the bombs we planted towards the palace side more default. But a great job by Attacker. Like that 1v2, that final shot as well, like the flick up and then the spray control. Gets Tyloo with their 7th and most likely gets them an 8th here now. I mean, we don't even have any Deagles invested in. Well, we know that means probably not going to see a victory here for Vici.
Guaranteed. It's just guaranteed in this region, mathematically. If they get their Deagles, it's an easy win. But unfortunately, they're going in for the very, very light fight. No, but in all seriousness, I think it's the right call, 100%. They can get their double op setup out yet again if they want to coming into the next round. You can see the loss bonus there is going to be 3,400. I don't know what that knife is, but I like the little animation.
I don't like the taking it out animation though.
Well, was that an inspection or a takeout where it like hurt his hand?
Taking it out. Oh, I think that's just like a random taking out one.
Yeah, that's I don't keep up with skins, so I couldn't tell you the name of like 90% of the knives. I mean, the original 7 or 8, and then I'm out.
Yeah, I'm too poor to have skins. I did unbox 2 of my own knives though.
You scumbag. I've never unboxed a knife.
Really? So I remember one night there was like a group of us and we're like, you know what, let's just put like 10 cases in. Let's just like each get 10 cases or something like that, or keys, and let's see what happens. And I went out before, got some food, and went to a certain arch place, got me some hamburgers, and sat down, and we all started opening cases together. And then like one of my last cases, I opened up a stained... I showed him it.
God damn it.
I opened 2, yeah, and the other one, not a fade. I don't know, it looks terrible. It looks disgusting. Let's be honest. And then unfortunately my knives got renamed. I lost a knife battle to twice. Yeah, Miss Rage, MBK's girlfriend. She beat me in a knife battle twice and renamed my knives. One of them was like I used to cast LCS. So every time I play, I have to be reminded of that. And the other one I don't remember. And it's like Rip JCap 2K14 or something.
Very, very cool and trendy name.
Yeah. I thought about selling them. It's like, so like, what, 300-ish euros? 300-ish euros? I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, man. I mean, knives are expensive, so...
And then I can buy you a knife?
Okay, I'm down. Getting offered pizzas, getting knives now. It's my favorite tournament ever. Doesn't take much to win me over, Jason.
Yeah. Yeah, food and an in-game item that does nothing.
Makes me look cool. That's all I need. All I'm missing in life.
Look at this gamble. 3 players towards A. They're gonna leave Almond alone to pretty much watch middle with the help of Kaze. Smoke's coming in to set execute towards the A site. And actually, it looks like it's gonna be a fake. They're gonna be rotating back towards B, but no one's budged from Vici's side.
Yeah, this is a notion about, but luckily Apps is clear. All they've got to worry about is short. Looked like a fake originally. Now they seem to be looking into the A site still, but with a heavy connector split. They had no mid control, but they know the smokes they threw down earlier probably dragged those players back. Problem is they haven't got a smoke left to throw down towards short, which they really desperately need in this kind of position, as they just get picked off one at a time. Left on the tall box, Kaze was being shot from 2 different angles, had to tuck away, but they didn't account for with that situation. But that is a little bit heartbreaking. I think that could have went just one more smoke on short, and I think they actually probably win that round. The players under wood aren't going to be able to do much.
I actually don't know where did their other 2 smokes go, or did they not have them? Because you throw 3 onto site at A, and I didn't see the last 2.
Neither did I. I'm not 100% sure.
Well, looks like they might change the pace up here. Group up outside of B. Kitchen. I'm looking to retreat away, and here comes the push in. They're going to leave Summer back to hold any sort of flank, and of course the flashbang is still alive. We saw yesterday exactly what he can do, but he hasn't quite performed yet today, and he won't in this round either. Oh my god, attacker, so close. He gets Kaze, Joking's low down to 20 HP as well, and Dan King comes through, takes down Advent. Now Joking's left alone, but he picks up a quick 2-piece. 20 health, 2 players to find. Unfortunately, it won't be this round, and slowly we'll get a second kill, and Tyloo will go up 9-3.
It's a strong position to play from. I mean, Tyloo at the moment are in a... I know I mentioned 9-6 it can be a recoverable spot for sure. The problem is, when you look at a 9-6 scoreline, that requires Vici to win every single round, and so far, they haven't really looked impressive. So then we're relying on them to come through with a god tier approach. I don't know if this is going to be doable. If they lose this round, they'll be so far behind on a map we already know Tyloo were favorited on. And coming into the next, it's not like things look up all too much. The spray there from Advent. He managed to catch an angle around the smoke, fall back immediately. There's the 2-man advantage. They don't need to play aggressively now. Essentially, the plan can be just to tuck it away nice and neatly, and then come into the post plant, or even just stop them from planting.
Yeah, I have no smokes left. Somewhat of a fake. They're not actually checking him out anymore. He gets the first kill, but over towards connector. How does he get the kill on? But again, no smoke to cover the cross. Luckily, there's no one there in time. Joking. And Kaze going to be over towards CT, but Dan King is just waiting. And look at this. He's not going to miss these shots. I wondered if he would show up today because he's been really quiet so far in this event. And the bomb gets planted as well. This was a 3-on-5 and it's turned into a 3-on-2. Now a 2-on-2. Don't tell me Tyloo win this round. Don't even tell me Tyloo win this round. They had no right to win that, Mitch.
No, they really didn't. They really didn't. Clawing themselves back into a situation like that. I mean, they're 3v5. Okay, yeah, a lot of players are low on Vici. I'll give you that, but that's still no excuse for what we just saw. Like, Summer, how is that gap available to him? How does he land the second shot? Question after question. Bomb's not even being faked, and you've got one of the players there in CT peeking into an AWP. And I'm scratching my head after that one. Vici have just let it slip. I bet Blaze regretting taking the gamble to go for them. Brave choice.
Didn't you as well?
No. I said Vici could take it 2-1, but I thought Tyloo would win because of Vertigo.
I thought you said you're going to side with Bleh.
No, I said I find it hard not to side with Bleh. You're not remembering the death segments today, are you?
I'm gonna pull this clip up. And
Go for it. Go for it.
Make you buy me a pizza.
100%. I said Tyloo because of Vertigo. I mean, it's just basically be able to favor them for Tyloo. And with this under their belt, it definitely doesn't look good moving on to the next.
Oh no. Are we really going to have another 11-4?
Could be 12.
I think coming into next week, I'm going to look up. Well, I want to give him a chance. For Vici. I want to look up how many 11-4s we had in this full tournament. I think it was one team. Was it Bren?
Bren, I think, yeah.
Yeah, 5 out of the 6 first halves they had were 11-4s. And then the other 2, well, I guess 5 out of 7. The other 2 were 8-7s.
You know, this is the thing, Jason. I feel like half of the games we've had, half the halves that we've seen, have been 11-4. It's a weird number. It's like, I don't know if this ever happened to you, but well, it must have, surely, statistically, along your lifetime, where you learn a new word and then you hear it like 20 times that week, or you think of a number like 7. We had a maths class on how you can find 7 in a lot of numbers. It doesn't matter anyways. You can see 7 a lot, and then immediately I was seeing a lot of 7s.
Well, it's when you're looking for, I don't remember what it's called, but it's like something bias. So it's like when you start to look for something, then you notice it a lot more. Or if there's like something prevalent in your life that's like new, then you will notice that a lot more in the world, or things relating to that.
Yeah.
You know, like say you and your girlfriend or something, or boyfriend, whatever, are like thinking about breaking up or something, or you have thoughts about that. And also you start to notice like episodes on TV about breaking up or divorce or commercials, you know, you notice it a lot more.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Where previously your brain would have just skimmed over that.
Exactly. I can't remember what that's called. I really want to know that term.
It's similar enough to we can talk about it actually in the halftime. It's the final round of the half, 11-3. I mean, it's hard to focus on some of these because you're just thinking on Vici. They're looking down and out. They really are. This B hold, though, could be good. There's still 2 players here. They've just shut down Attacker on the A site. Smoke goes down for Jam Young. He's not going to be spotted on the cross. Back over towards the van. They're going to drop out of the window. At least I think they tried to. But got blocked by their own head, unfortunately. No idea that Jam Young would be there. And no way they win this round. Hands down, somebody cannot win this. And thankfully, logic prevails. 11-4.
I'm in the future, Mitch. When you said 11-4, when I said, oh, it's going to be 11-4, you're like, oh, but it could be 12-3. I'm like, nah. I'm living in the future.
You just know. You know these numbers work.
Just hit my nose with my microphone.
Corey, that's the problem with having such a big nose. It's a liability.
The production wasn't watching that. That hurt.
But it's there was something I had which was similar to that whole like confirmation bias style stuff, but I can't remember what it is now. God damn it.
No, confirmation bias is when you only find data to support.
Oh yeah, there's some other bias. The Nomad knife. Okay, we've been given the info. It's a Nomad knife, is what that's called. I feel like such an old man now, Jason. Not even that old. I mean, I can't imagine how you feel. Because all the kids these days, they probably know what all these knives are called, and I'm just like, yeah, it's one of the new ones. It's like 3 years old. I'm like, oh, one of those new knives, yeah.
Exactly. That's why I don't talk about skins anymore. I try not to, because I don't know which ones are the new ones. Bomb's gonna go down though. 5 players left alive for Vici. Even some dualies. I know Tombas would be proud of this, though. It goes like what we've seen in the past. It's gonna die before getting a single kill. Sometimes even before it's a single bullet. Got a smoke. He's got a kit. Slowly. Well, he's got 2 kills. I think he gets body blocked a little bit here by Dan King. He actually loses his life for it. There you go. Dan pushes through. And no, like I said, gets nothing with it. Attacker last alive. I mean, this should be the pistol for Vici.
Oh, nice. Nice little flick. Small bit of extra damage can never hurt. That is going to be 11-5, 100%. Yeah, Vici have got the round. Now, with the bomb plant with the round under their belt, they should be facing into an eco. For Tyloo, they've got a set of Kevlar saved over. It wouldn't be a bad idea for Attacker to at least take a P250. What I feel like we haven't seen enough from this region is the Zeus. In these rounds where someone has that little bit of extra cash, no one seems to buy the Zeus. But Tyloo, now, here it is, Jason. I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, but I remember saying I can see a team doing whatever the team was doing at the time. It's exactly what Tyloo did now. Force buying up round 2 after losing that initial pistol round on the CT side. And I remember saying, I don't think this is a good idea, but I will say later for other teams it is. And the reason for Tyloo that this is a good stance to take is because they are the favorites, because they have the skill to overcome Vici. When you're the underdog, do not do this. Unless you can out-aim your opponents, you don't want it, because look at the disadvantage they've got. There's 2 AKs, 2 Galils, MAC-10 full utility. Vici are set up for a good round right now, considering the lack of head armor, or, well, helmets that can be in play, although Dan King's the only one without a helmet at the moment. Whereas the weaponry for the CT side, for the most part, requires much more elongated duels to take down. Deagle, unless you're hitting the headshot, you're going to have to spam that body. That's a lot of time that you're giving your opponents to kill you. So you need to hit the headshots with it the majority of the time in a round like this. Slowly, it's all going to be about position. And here they come, barreling towards B quite quickly. Good nade to do some damage as they cross. And this could get dangerous with all the pistols up close, but somebody just swung out.
Yeah, it could have been good. Until it wasn't. I mean, Summer's got to do something ridiculous with that Deagle to have a chance, and Dan King just has a scout left. I mean, maybe he can take down Jam Young, but he's going to be rushed.
Wow.
Well, that was a little anticlimactic there. A little bit of build-up.
This is the thing, for somebody, he was tucked up in the apartments, right? And I think he saw a Molotov fly by him because it went to the van, right? At that point, I'm guessing he thought that the molly was coming. Oh, no, it wasn't. He dropped the flash. Of course, we saw him line that up a little bit earlier on, but just a second, just a millisecond too early on the swing. Okay. I thought maybe in his head he was about to be mollied, and so he ran out wide, but no. Still, it's a fair attempt. Sometimes those rounds don't work out, but I think at the start of the round with Tyloo taking that investment, I'm not against it in their position. They have the brains to take the eco after, which is, again, something... I can't remember which team it was, but it was something we saw them. I remember criticizing they just kept force flying towards the start. It might have been in big... Oh, was it Lucid Dream versus D13? I don't know. I'm brain farting.
I think it was our game yesterday we had. I think it was Vici Lucid Dream on Nuke. Or Mirage.
I think it might have been Nuke. I think it might have been.
We've had a lot of games. And we have a lot more to go still. Each team, again, plays 9 best of 3s. For Vici, this is their number 3. They're currently undefeated. Tyloo, I believe, if I remember correctly, are 1-1. 0-1. No, 1-1. Oh my god. Ugh, this is too many games for me to handle.
Do you know why that's happened to you? Because the other day when we did Tyloo, you said that they were...
yeah, 1-1. They only played 1 game.
Yeah, and now you're like, wait, no, they're not 1-1. They're 0-1.
I mean, I was right. Just early.
You're right a day early.
I was reading the future, yeah.
Do you want to just... Oh, Tyloo are going to take the major spot. And then you can be like, oh, yeah, I knew that. 2 months ago. In all seriousness, there is definitely contention between them. I don't think, like, Tiger have been really underwhelming. They need to do a lot of work.
Yeah.
I guess the benefit is someone like Tiger isn't going to go out. They will make it to playoffs. So they could be playing tight, or playing loose until they get there. That's always something that worries me. You know, when you're talking about 9 best of 3, sorry, you've got to play. If you play your A game, you leave nothing on the table to get that top seed. Even the finals are going to be very difficult for you because your opposition will have studied you, and there will be a lot of data on how you play all those maps out there. So I do think that coming into group stages like this, you are going to have to, when you're against weaker teams,
Vici, like, is there really a world that exists that they're not for the playoffs? So maybe they just want to get an extra, tournament match, or a proper game against them on a map like Vertigo. Maybe they want to like figure out some problems they're still having to make that map stronger for them. But at the same time, I also want to imagine they're not going to go into the series, allow Vertigo to go through because they feel like, or because they want to just learn off of it. I feel like they still think they can win, or at least should have the ability to.
It is definitely it's something I'm always interested in. Ever since what I was talking about earlier before we went on that massive tech pause, the team that used to ask to scrim a map but never actually played it, just so other teams would think that they were experts on that map. And yeah, it's something I've always been very... How many rounds are we into this game? 53 nades used? This guy's throwing his full utility. He's just getting his utility belt and throwing it at them. Fair play.
That's insane. 23 flashes. He's even throwing a decoy.
Probably picked it up off someone and just lobbed it on the ground. Still
I want to see like wasted nades. We have wasted bullets. I want to see wasted nades now.
Oh god, we'd be here all day calculating that. Was that smoke useful? Was it not? Kaze is definitely on one wasted nade that Smokey threw earlier on the CT side. It bounced off Palace and came back to him. It was like a boomerang.
We've all had those.
Oh yeah, 90% of my nades are like that.
Frequency bias. That's what we're looking for.
There
exactly.
We go. Who's told you that?
Autumn. Autumn TV and Autumn_TV in chat.
Thank you. We appreciate you.
I think he's been Googling that because that was like a while ago. That was easily over 3 minutes ago. Oh, this is not looking good for Vici since they don't really have the full kit almond just on the Deagle. And Tyloo looking to build up some bank here, even looking to get aggressive. They have somebody very far pushed up. He's got to be careful though, because if he falls, the B site's going to be open, or at least it's going to force slowly to rotate back over. But I don't know if they're fully going to expect him to be in this position. Their Deagle will be coming his way. Be potentially his first victim. The flashbang comes through, he turns around, he can't hit anything. Perfect flash. Not even sure if that was intended for him. They get the kill, they get the gun, they force the rotation. Oh, Vici, they're not out.
In a way, we should have seen it coming as well. Flash goes over, but it's too late. This team not good for a second after. A 2v3. Oh, there's the jump up by Summer, though. He's caught the bomb off. 20 seconds. They don't need to make a move yet. They can just wait for that plan to be attempted and then make the swing happen. Now that the smoke's faded, especially, Summer's in danger. 10 seconds. They've got to go for it. The swing, but no shots landing. 5 seconds and Summer takes it. Beautiful stuff. I thought they were going to... So the initial swing going in from jungle was to take down the bomb planter, but immediately Kaz is there with the op. Shuts them down. Things look good. Looked like they had the round under their belt. But Summer, he's been so good this series.
Why does he peek that the last fight? Why does he take it? There was 5 seconds left.
Yeah, I thought he was going to tuck tall box, but I guess he just didn't want to be potentially wall banged, or I don't know. It was a risk for sure.
Take the fight on his own accord, I guess.
Yeah.
And you can see, I mean, they're trying to throw a fake. But have we talked about one?
Clicking into Tri-Burst just before swinging the corner. 14-7. Tyloo looking like they back in the game? No, they haven't really faced against a full buy yet. We haven't seen them face the full CT side of Tyloo. Now we is with this much of a disadvantage. T-side's about adapting. It's about figuring out your opponents and changing your approach to beat them. You don't have time to do that in this situation. Yeah, he's... on the peak, easy kill, a double as well, and it comes back to the point we made earlier. Summer is an absolute animal in this series so far.
Mana tapped. I mean, yeah, you made a perfect point. Like, yeah, we saw 3-round straight for Vici, but they haven't really gone against the full power of Tyloo. To lose the rounds. And now throwing everything they have into this, potentially the last. Pretty much full Galils and the 1 Deagle. Look at Dan King switching things up, getting aggressive towards Palace. Gemion's going to sneak his way up, but I would imagine Dan King should have this area on lock. He's got Summer there to support the ramp push, which is going to be 2 players. There you go. Gets the kill. Summer just looking to stall for some time. And yeah, I think this is
incredibly tight one. Just based on the past results, the only game that they've actually, that Vici